Running a solo business or freelancing is an extremely difficult game. I want to use this video to give you some hard truths about 3 particular areas of freelancing that are extremely tough. But it's not all doom and gloom. I want to also give you some tips and advice on how to overcome these. I'm Laura Bean and this is Creative Little World. Okay, the first one I'm going to hit on is no sick pay. And I say this because you may have noticed I sound a little bit under the weather. Whether you've seen my videos before or not, I don't usually have such a croaky voice. And I have been feeling unwell for the last few days. The problem with this is that I don't get paid when I don't work. And obviously as a freelancer or solo business owner, you won't either. Now, because of this, what we tend to do is to work anyway, to keep pushing, to keep trying. We don't want to let clients down. Not all clients understand, they have deadlines, they want the work delivered. However, what you tend to do is to prolong the time that you're not at your best. The best thing you can do when you feel unwell is to take some time off. Even if it's just half a day or a day, allow yourself some time to relax and recuperate. Yesterday, I did a couple of hours work and then I switched my laptop off and I spent the whole day lying on the sofa watching Disney films, because that's what you do when you're ill, right? Who else watches Disney? Please do give yourself time to get better. It might feel counterproductive to take a day off, but think that one day off to help your body recover could mean you get back to work a lot quicker, rather than running on empty for several days in a row. Obviously, sick pay is something you do rely on, then freelancing may not be the route for you. It is a harsh reality of being on your own. There are some insurances you can get, some income protection to help you at times, but you obviously will be paying for these as you go. It is worth the investment, so if you do end up ill for a long period of time, you have some income coming in to support you. So the fact of reality is, allow yourself some time to recover. Communicate with your clients that you are going to be off the grid for a day or two. Look into personal income protection because it could really help prolonged periods of illness. Okay, number 2 is people will often try and push boundaries with you. They will try and negotiate on your price and they will try and increase the scope of work. This is really quite challenging, and especially when you're new to freelancing, it can be extremely hard to be strong and stick to your guns on your price and to stay within those lines of work, because quite often when a client's like, oh, could you just do this? Can you do that? You feel like you should because they're paying for the work. You want to please them, you want to help them, you want to do the best for them so they come back. But some people will take advantage, so be strong. Set your boundaries to start with. Set out the work that you are going to be doing for that project that you have quoted for, and do not go over those. Just stick within that and don't be afraid to push back. You'll also find that a lot of people are time wasters. Now, by this I mean that they will book a call with you, they want to find out information, they want to talk through their project and what they want to help you with, and then when it comes to the crunch, they do not want to book the work. I've had it a few times now, and even before, when I've given them prices, they've insisted on hopping on a call only to tell me further down the line that I'm not within their budget. Now, I understand when people don't know the price that you may well be out of their budget. So I do suggest being upfront about your pricing, getting an idea of the scope of work and what the person is looking for before you spend time on a call with them, because you can eliminate a time waster with a few questions beforehand. It's certainly something I've put into place over the years, putting in a few questions that weeds out people that are not a right fit for me or the business. I've had people that have gone right up to signing on the dotted line only to pull the plug last minute. So until that money is securely there, I don't think anything is guaranteed. It is a tough reality of freelancing that people will let you down, they will take advantage, and they will waste your time. So be protective of that, put your boundaries there, and make sure you're doing what's right for you and your business. Number 3 is the downside of comparing yourself to others. Obviously, in a world of social media, that happens quite a lot in our personal and business lives. We look at everyone out there thinking they're having the best time, the best life, they're smashing it in their business. But the reality is quite often what we see on social media is not what is happening behind the scenes. And when you're a freelancer and you're running your own business, it can be quite damaging if you spend your time comparing yourself to other people. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do a competitor analysis, benchmark yourself, use them for inspiration and ideas, but if you're watching them and thinking that they're smashing it and it's making you feel bad because you think you're not, then maybe they are not the person to follow. If you're not feeling inspired and driven by them, or the advice that they're touting maybe isn't actually helpful to you and your business, then it's time to switch them off. If you're using platforms like LinkedIn, you get a lot of this. You get a lot of people that are thought leaders, that are influencers, that spend their time dishing out advice. Now, obviously in this video, I am giving you some advice, so I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that people are giving advice, but as the receiver, we do have to make sure it is the right advice for us. Think about your goals, what you want out of your business. If you're letting what other people do influence you too much, then you may not put everything into your business. It can be an easy distraction, and it can also lead you down a road that isn't right for you. I have definitely done this at times over my business. I have followed a path that I thought was the right because I'm seeing someone else smash it, but the fact is what they were doing wasn't what I wanted. It didn't bring me any joy and it wasn't right for my business, so it didn't end up working. So really take time to evaluate. Don't compare yourself to others. Think about what it is that you want personally and what you want out of your business. Freelancing is difficult. It is hard, it's not as glamorous as everyone makes out, and there will be highs and there will be lows. And it's not for everyone, and that is okay. Now, I don't say these things to put you off freelancing because there are obviously so many other benefits and wonderful things that come from it. But you do need to be aware of the realities, and it can be very hard. If you run your own business or you're freelancing, what is it that you really struggle with? What are the main pain points for you? I'd love to know in the comments. I'd love to hear other people's thoughts and feelings on this. Is there anything I've said in this video that's really resonated with you? If you're thinking of going freelance and some of these have made you wonder, or you've got any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment box. Now, on that note, I'm going to rest up and recoup and come back bigger and stronger for next week's video. Make sure you subscribed, and I'll see you soon.